are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talk Live. One moment, please. Live TV. We're doing the live TV. There we go. Bang, bash, bosh. And we are back. Welcome back to Talk Live. We have returned, ladies and gentlemen. We have returned here at the Crucible. And our man from the DR is back. If you could please welcome the one and only Golden Arm. There he is. He is back from the DR. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing tonight? We are back on Talk Live on this, a very, very big day. And, well, for matter of a better word, it's for this man right here. How was your vacation?
It was nice.
It was nice.
The DR is nice. Ocean El Faro.
Ocean El Faro is where you were,
Ocean
right?
El Faro, yeah. Punta Cana, Ocean El Faro.
Did you see any Talk fans down there, my friend?
Yeah, I made some Talk fans.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I told them to tune in every Tuesday. Some Americans, some English.
Oh, nice.
Right, majority English, though.
Majority English.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Overall, the DR, when they say, you know what, get your body done, everybody gets their body done.
Everybody gets their body done.
Even grandma had their body done.
Wow.
From head to toe.
Wow.
The DR.
So, breasts, body, everything? Everything gets to tighten up.
Everything's tightened up. So, like you probably heard too, if you want to get your body done, go DR. It's true. Like, I was skeptical, but went down there. When I saw everybody down there, everybody's just from head to toe.
Exactly.
Done up. Then, yeah, I guess that's the place to be.
That's the place to be, my friends. That's the place to be if you want something done. But, glad that you are back, sir. Glad you had such a great vacation. Happy belated birthday. You had a lot of birthday wishes out there for you. So,
thank you.
And again, the pictures don't lie, my friend. He was having a great time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The pictures don't lie, but we are glad you are back. We are glad we are back on Talk Live. On a very big day. On a very, very big day. The death of Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, the monarchy.
The monarchy, the monarch of monarchs, the number one monarch.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a mafia, she'd be, the kingpin. She'd be the kingpin of that mob. She is the one and only Queen, Her Royal Highness, Queen Elizabeth II. And yes, just some quick thoughts on that. But first thing, before we go there, we wanted to know. I mean, in terms of travel to the DR.
Mm-hmm.
Some people out there may not know. How smooth was it getting back in?
Well, smooth. People that are deciding to go away.
Yes, please, let them know.
That are not vaccinated. Right?
Yes.
Leaving the country is no problem.
Right.
They'll let you go. No issues.
You can go.
You can go. But coming in, that's where the issues may occur. Right? First and foremost, have to make sure we get that ArriveCAN done. ArriveCAN. So download the app, fill out the information, so forth, what have you. If you're not vaccinated, when you're abroad,
yes,
right, you got to go get your test. It's your what is it called? The
COVID test.
The COVID test, but
yes.
the rapid test. You gotta get the
rapid test. Yes,
get the rapid test done. 72 hours. You have 72 hours. Within that 72-hour arrival back to Canada, you have to be within that 72 hours. Right. So basically, the day before you leave, and normally if you're at a resort, there's a doctor that's 24/7. Right? Costs $35 to get it done. When you enter into Canada, right, you have to have that ArriveCAN done. Very important. Right? And when you reach the actual border security there, they will ask you for proof of test.
Proof of vaccination. Yes.
Proof of vaccination test and negative result and so forth, what have you. Right? So once that's done, basically just let you through. That's it. It's pretty smooth. Right? But then thereafter, if you're not vaccinated, right, on your ArriveCAN, you have to check in every day.
Wow. You
have to check in every day and make sure there's no symptoms and so forth, what have you. Even if you have a negative test, they still want you to check in on the ArriveCAN.
Right.
And it's a possibility they may call you. Technically, they want you to.
Well, it's that whole tracking. Anyways,
the whole tracking thing. But basically, coming in is no problem.
Yes.
Right. They make it a bit difficult for you for those that are not vaccinated, but other than that, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But so again, the key question here before we move on is: if you're unvaccinated, can you travel?
Yes, you can. You can travel. You can go anywhere you want. Right?
Okay.
There's no longer a requirement for you to prove any if you're vaccinated or not leaving the country. You can go anywhere you want.
You can go everyone when you're
Right.
leaving, but
Coming in, that's when they ask.
that's
you
when
for,
Canada gets you.
Yeah, that's when Canada gets you. That's when they ask you for whatever proof or negative test results and so on and so forth, what have you.
Right, right.
But you can go anywhere you want.
Right. So you have to come back with a negative test in order to be allowed back in.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have that test, right? It's best if you have it in advance. But if
Right.
you don't have the test, most likely they'll probably give you one right there on the spot.
Right.
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 But yeah, they'll give you one. I mean, you're a Canadian citizen; they're not going to turn you away.
Right.
So they will have. It may be a bit an inconvenience for you because you may have to sit around and wait and all that stuff and blah blah blah.
Right.
But it's best to get it done prior to you coming into Canada. Right?
Always good to, yeah. I mean, I guess in other words, it's always good to have at least one vaccination when you're leaving.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Doesn't
you
really
have
matter?
to be
Okay.
fully vaccinated to have a smooth travel in and
Right.
out. Right? If you're not vaccinated, even if you're just partially vaccinated, it's not enough. You have to be fully vaccinated.
Right.
So you have to have that PCR test.
Right.
Right, prior to you.
Yes, PCR test.
Yeah,
yes, yes,
prior to you coming into crossing the border anyway.
Right.
And it's what you need that. You need that. Right?
Okay,
But,
well, there you go. But again, I've had the experience of when I'm traveling to the States, especially by car.
Mhm.
If you're not vaccinated, they will not let you in. The United States and Canada have this sort of agreement that if you're unvaccinated, you can't go into the States, and if you're from the States, you can't come into Canada without vaccination.
who cares?
But who cares? You went to DR, so I think that's a much better place these days than going to the United States. But again, we are back. We are here. We are live. But again, just quick thoughts. The reason for the black tie, if you didn't know, if you're living under a rock anywhere in the world, Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth III has passed away at the age of 96.
96.
96. So we just want to get some quick thoughts. I mean, next week, we're going to get into the topic of the monarchy and if it is needed in our society. So look forward to that. That's going to be a nice, lively discussion because everybody's got an opinion on the monarchy, especially these days. A lot of people would like to abdicate and leave said monarchy and commonwealth. But just your quick thoughts about that.
You know what? When it comes to the death of anybody.
We have to mourn their passing,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
so of course, because they were significant to someone. So again, rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. But if you know her history, if you know her history and the monarchy, and basically,
Bring those facts next week.
it's something to ponder.
Yes,
She signed a lot of certificates.
a lot of death certificates.
A lot of certificates. Okay, so and she is there. We all know why she's there. We all know why and how she is and how she came to be and so on and so forth, what have you. We know, but we'll touch on that next week.
Next week,
Right, the monarchy.
we're going to the monarchy, yay or nay. That's going to be the Talk live episode because it basically writes itself. It's going to be a lively occasion. We already have something not required. They are essentially welfare recipients. Well, there you go. So that starts off
There
the
you go.
conversation next week.
And that
Thank
sums
you
up
very
with
from Cast Forever. Not required. They are essentially welfare recipients. And remember, and here's the rule, because I lived in England for 6 years myself. And here's the rule: if you have not created a will for your property, you know who takes it?
Government.
The Queen does.
Oh, the Queen. Oh, in England. Oh, the Queen.
The Queen
The
takes
Queen.
your land. The Queen, now King, or the monarchy takes your land because it doesn't belong. Your land doesn't belong to the government. It belongs to the Queen. So that's the reason for a bona vacancia, which is an auspices of the a British government where if you are without without deed, without will and covenant, they take your land away. So it's always good to bequeath that land to someone else. Just a tidbit if you're living into the United Kingdom, either Scotland, Ireland, or England, which I was there. I watched a few documentaries about the royal family, but who hasn't?
Yeah.
Watched a few documentaries about the royal family, especially for Princess Diana, and we'll go into that a little later as to our thinking as to what happened to her today. But I wear the black tie in order to, because I was there when her mother died. Queen Elizabeth's mother died.
Oh, okay.
That was way back when. And it was basically, it's going to be a week of mourning. So 6 days of mourning. They won't be there. I don't think there'll be any businesses open. No sporting events.
Nothing.
It's basically the country comes to a standstill. And once that's done, then they crown the new king, which is Prince Charles.
Charles is in the house.
Charles will be in charge finally.
Charles will be in charge. So you got the black tie, I got the black tie.
You got the black asses, I got the black tie. Yes, indeed. So
Charles is in charge.
Charles
is
will
the man.
finally be in charge, but not for long, of
Not
course.
for
But
long.
because the Queen hung in there, she hung in there deeply, anyways. But then again, at the end of the day, she wasn't going to live forever. She was not going to live forever, and she passed today. So our condolences go out to the royal family, even though they don't really need condolences, anyways. I mean, they are well condoled.
Well,
They are well condoled. But again, it's the loss of their mother. It's the loss of a family member.
Yeah,
And to
that's-
anyone,
that's-
that's a sad.
that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
They lost a family member. You know what I mean? They lost
Yeah,
their mother.
nothing more.
Someone lost their mother. Someone lost a grandmother. So you gotta be
That's
at
it.
peace with that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
That's it, nothing more. Nothing more than that.
Nothing
For me,
more?
Nothing more than that.
hey, and that's fair enough. Cass Evans says she's impressive. Well, she is impressive. 70 years on the throne. 70 years.
And the best of the best doctors.
Of course.
Best, the best, the best.
The best of 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 the best.
Like you said earlier, she died 98% better than.
Then 99.99999% of the population.
Yeah, she-
Absolutely.
in the most peacefulest way that you could possibly take.
Exactly.
She's-
Exactly. She
she's-
died resting comfortably.
Resting comfortably.
And I do mean comfortably. No aches, no pains,
And we
just
won't-
a passing.
We won't die that way.
Oh well. Some will, some won't. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean. You gotta let people die as they wish. You know what I mean. But sometimes it's not willed upon us. You know what I mean. And for Queen Elizabeth, believe me, she went to peace in the sea. Now I think that was it. Now I think that was ridiculous. She should have let Charles have it at least 20 years ago. But hey, once you're the Queen, you don't really want to give that up.
No.
You don't want to give up the Queen, the monarchy too quickly. To be fair and frank, and she was on the throne for 70 years, 70 years indeed. And listen, God rest her soul for her family's sake. But again, I know a lot of people have a lot of contention about this, and
Mixed feelings.
very mixed feelings,
Very mixed feelings.
very mixed feelings. So we will talk about that next week. But back to this week. And we will discuss who upgrades who.
Who upgrades who? And when we talk about upgrade, I mean it could be financially.
Huh? Hold on. Let me get my list. You stand up for a
Okay,
second.
go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
go
stand. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go away. I got a list. I
Yeah.
got a list. I got a list. And I'm gonna come back with it straight away. We're gonna be discussing 5 things dealing with who upgrades who tonight. We'll be dealing with them on a social basis. We'll be dealing with it on a sexual basis. We'll be dealing on a financial basis. We'll be dealing on a familial basis, employment basis, and finally a societal basis.
Now we can squeeze in there visual basis.
Or visual.
Visual.
Yes, indeed. Visual
Visual basis.
is always there. But let's get on it. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Casper. She was on the throne from 25 years old, 25 to 96. Hey,
Damn.
70 years, man. 70 years. Most of us have been alive to know the Queen as the monarch. Most of us on this earth, believe me, she has lived through 13 presidents. 13. 1-3. She's lived through them all. But anyways, we're gonna get on to this. Let's talk about who upgrades who socially. Now, socially, it is said that with a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
that one can rise through the corporate ladder.
Oh.
One can, especially a girlfriend or wife,
Mm-hmm.
having that spouse in your life
Mm-hmm.
actually allows you to achieve upper management.
Possibly.
Yes, I mean again, there are made people who get up their own bootstraps, and private business owners such as ourselves. I mean, we can. We have to get there of our own bootstraps. But if you're in the corporate world,
Mm-hmm.
it's always best to have a wife.
Yeah, and I've actually heard that too as well.
Yes.
Because when it comes to those social gatherings, right? If you go there with somebody on your arm,
Yes, indeed.
right, it kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
They see you as a viable candidate for upward management.
Yeah. How, I don't know, but when it comes to that social, okay.
Well,
you
you
know
bring
what?
stability.
Yes, this is my wife, and
Yes,
this is
Exactly.
and then you have your wife. Oh,
Exactly.
Okay, let's have that.
Exactly. And then business can be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Wives can share their lives together. They are there different outings. On I remember, there's always this expression of women who lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and women tend to invite that other woman,
Yes.
right, over to
Exactly.
the boss's house.
To the boss's house for
So-
different occasions, different events.
So there's the advantage right there that the man has by having a woman,
Yes,
because
indeed.
women are very sociable, right?
Very sociable,
they wanna
and
have
also
that
it
interaction.
shows stability of that man.
Yeah.
The man is set in a foundational, in a stable relationship.
Yeah.
And they like that in men. They like men who go home to their wives,
corporate.
come home to their wives, get up, go to work, come back home, have responsibilities, and they see that as someone who can be banked upon. If you can take care of a home, you can take care of business. So that, in and of itself, is the social
aspect of
of things. But so, in that aspect, can we say who upgrades who? Is it the woman who upgrades the man in the sense, or a man who upgrades the woman?
Well, in that example you just gave, it would be the woman upgrading the man.
The woman would upgrade the man.
So the man is actually using the woman to
Absolutely.
further his career.
Absolutely.
So-
Since our lives are based on work, since our lives are based on production and on financial gain,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, because again, men are supposed to protect and provide. To have a woman as a part of your life, they definitely upgrade you. I mean, listen, Beyonce sang the song, right?
Yeah.
Let me upgrade
Let
you.
me upgrade it. Yeah.
Let me upgrade you. And in this particular sense, women upgrade men.
And she did actually. She upgraded Jay-Z quite a bit.
She upgraded Jay-Z. I don't think Jay-Z would have been considered as serious as he would as a husband to Beyonce. Not as a serious businessman, that is.
Yeah.
I think that helped him climb the corporate ladder, especially in the businesses that he was involved with,
Yeah.
by having a beautiful wife on his own.
Yep. You're right.
Exactly. Cass Forever says it was a powerful couple. Yes, that is the in terms of entertainment, that is the ultimate power couple in my eyes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, well, again, that's the most successful couple. Can you think of any others?
No, I can't actually. Yeah, I would say those two are the most successful. Yeah.
Exactly.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah.
Exactly. But think about it this way. Let's flip it around a bit. If Jay-Z left Beyonce, do you think Beyonce would be as successful as an artist?
I think so. I think she will still be on that plateau,
Mhm.
that high level of plateau, even if she left Jay-Z, because it's really and truly it's Beyonce people love.
The Beehive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's Beyonce people love. Not so
with
much
or without
Jay-Z.
her,
Yeah.
with or without her, the Beehive would still exist, would still thrive. Absolutely.
Right?
So,
and if he had left for whatever reason, for example, if they have to break up, I mean,
yes,
I think Jay-Z will be looked down upon,
yes,
right? It won't be as that power couple.
they won't be that it couple. Absolutely.
Oh, I feel sorry for Beyonce. Oh my God, Beyonce. It'd be more like a pitiful Beyonce. Oh, Leave more Beyonce than Jay-Z. Jay-Z get lost type of thing. So
Yes,
really and truly, it was Beyonce that kind of brought Jay-Z.
Beyonce brought Jay-Z, indeed.
I think, honestly, I think Kanye and Kim.
Another example. Go into that.
Could have been the next power couple. Honest to goodness.
There's something to that.
Could have been the next power couple.
There's something to that, and I say it this way.
Could have been the next power couple.
Remember, she was with Pete Davidson for a while there. She had a little fling, and then she left him. Why do you think that is?
Because he was a dummy.
I wouldn't say he's a dummy so much. I don't think Pete Davidson's going to ever rise to the level of Kanye.
He would never.
Kanye's a billion. Let me say this again, people. Kanye's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
She could get no better
Than Kanye.
than Kanye. Kim could get no better than Kanye.
Yeah.
Trust me, she couldn't.
But she gave him 4 kids, right?
She gave him 4 kids. She built her empire through their marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the TV show was there, but it featured them together.
Yeah.
And that boosted ratings.
In a sense, he cleared her name.
Click.
He
Made her
cleared
legit.
Made her legit. Made her legit.
It made Kanye legit
Yeah.
in the eyes of the public.
Yeah.
And quite, I mean, not Kanye. I mean,
Kim.
Kim legit in the eyes of the public.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have got the notoriety she did without Kanye being there.
Exactly. Because we all know how she became who she is. That video with you don't know already.
Kim's not the most talented person in the world.
She's not.
I mean, she's a savvy businesswoman, but those business
Came from Kanye.
those business requirements, those business opportunities came through Kanye.
Came through Kanye.
It did.
For those of you that watch the documentary too, did you watch the documentary?
I did.
And that was actually a really good documentary. I learned a lot about that guy.
Cass says he's weird. He's weird. No, you don't say
It's
weird.
not weird.
If you're a billionaire, you say he's eclectic.
If you watched, If you watched the documentary, you'll understand this man, right? And I'm just gonna sum it up.
Yes,
I'm-
Jesus.
I'm just gonna sum it up.
Please watch it. Please watch it.
You
Go
gotta
ahead.
watch it. I'm just gonna sum it up for you, right? Everything went downhill when his mom passed.
There it is.
Bottom line.
There it is.
You gotta watch the show to understand him.
Yep.
Kim's wicked. Okay? Kim is wicked. For dealing with that guy, what's his name again?
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson. She's wicked. She did that for spite.
Show what she did for spite. Yeah.
She did for damn spite.
Yeah,
right?
she did for
Because
spite.
that's the one guy who's been all over those two. He's been making fun of those two.
Yeah.
Right? For decades. Right? And she turns around and dates this dude. Right? He even got as far as even put her kid's name on his back or something, shoulder, tattooed. He's stupid.
Some stupid.
You know, it's spite.
Some real stupid.
That wasn't going anywhere.
Kim, listen,
I don't know
Kim.
what out of all the man she could have got, she went to this one dude, the one dude that's always making fun of Kanye and her constantly, talking about them.
And man did a diss track. And listen, if you ever heard that diss track, man got caught. Seriously caught. Kanye, yo man, he didn't like this the way him going, you know. He said, oh, and make fun of me and make fun of my what? Kanye's very protective. Extremely protective.
Kim's a bitch.
Extremely protective. And you know what? It waned on her. It played on her mind. It played on her consciousness. And so, you know what? I can't do this to my kid, you know.
The man was going through something, and she wasn't there for him. Right? That's just the bottom line.
I
She
can't-
wasn't there for him 100%.
Kanye said, Pete is weird. I love Kanye. Kanye is a genius. Let me say this.
He's a
already.
damn genius
He's a
guy.
freaking genius. And if you don't recognize that, I don't know what to say.
I don't know what you say.
Because you can't run multi-million, billion-dollar companies by being a damn jackass.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly.
The guy's got it's all up here, and he saw it through. He knew it from the start. He said, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make music. I'm going to be in fashion. I'm going to have my own shoe." He foresaw this from the start, and wasn't it in the documentary?
In the documentary, yeah.
He foresaw
You
this
gotta watch that
years
show.
ago.
You gotta watch that documentary.
Years ago.
It'll open your eyes.
It's a show about Kim and Kanye. No, we diverted. Thank you very much, Letty, for bringing us back on track. Okay, so socially, who upgrades who? Women for men or men for women?
It depends. It depends. It can go both ways. It can go both ways.
It can go both ways, but we gotta have an answer here.
But when it comes to women and upgrade, it's more or less what Kevin Samuels. If you just refer back to Kevin Samuels,
Indeed.
in terms of what
R.I.P. the Godfather.
what women expect, right? Their expectations, right?
Yep.
That's what they go into the relationship with these expectations.
Yes,
so
indeed.
It's what they expect. So they're looking for a man that's already upgraded. When you think about it,
Yeah.
they're already looking for a man that's upgraded to upgrade them.
Well, that's right. Well,
Because
in our community, yes.
They're looking for a type of standard of man, right? In which is A, B, C,
Yes.
right? In which they're down here.
Yes.
So they're looking for this type of man when they're down here. So technically, the man is coming there already upgraded. So they want that man to come in there to upgrade them, or
Exactly.
Take
In
care
my
of it.
estimation, and to be fair and frank, in my estimation, let's say in other communities, women will get in from the ground floor and build with them. In our community, unfortunately, on the most part, women for the most part, there are issues, there are situations which counter this, but women want a finished product.
finished.
He's already earning.
Yeah.
He's already accomplished. He's already got his life together. Then you can come see me.
Then he comes in.
But again, guys, that's not exactly how it's done in most areas. Case in point, Virgil Abloh. When he used to be with Louis Vuitton and he was studying, nobody wanted to know about Virgil. Then he started his company Off-White. Then he got Kanye's backing. Then he started creating this multi-million-dollar company. Now people are all on him. Too late now. He's got a Jewish wife already. Oh, Jewish white wife, because they're Jewish, they're black Jewish people. Already got the wife already. So why would I need you? You should have been with me on the ground floor. So, when it comes down to it, I believe. What about Michelle and Obama? Oh well, Michelle. Oh, that's why I said there are,
exceptions.
Contrary to the rule, there are exceptions. Absolutely,
and that's
Michelle and Barack is a perfect exception.
Perfect example.
Because she brought him into the firm to which he was articling.
Yes.
She brought him into the firm. And then they grew together. That is a perfect example of things being opposite. My family, for example. My dad could hardly read or write. Yes, I know. It's hard to believe. But my dad could hardly read or write himself. But he needed my mother got in on the ground floor. He built a company to which he's had for 40 years. And even though they divorced, he always considers my mother a key point in his life because he helped direct him. So there are examples, even in my family. Even I have to admit that. Absolutely. And again, these days in this Instagram generation, they want the finished product, guys. Mm-hmm. They want the finished product. Image is everything. Even for guys who do long transport or who want to start, disposal or cleaning companies, women don't want to be around these guys. If you want to start a construction company from day one, a lot of women don't want to be around these guys.
No, they want the finished product.
They want you making that money already.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
They want
because
to work with you. They don't want to build
2 generations ago, that was not the case. That was not the case. But these days, with the millennials and zennials, they want the finished product, which is a shame. They were, my boyfriend is a lawyer on Bay Street and here and such thing, and now I'm going to commit to him, which is a shame. Are we just talking about celebrities or real life or IG? Okay, well, we're just giving you some examples of real life. Thank you very much, Cash Forever. Natasha Gem. Yes, indeed. What about complimenting each other? Well, who compliments who? Again, as we say in this social environment, and we have already discussed, and we'll move on to the next discussion topic. It is usually women who upgrade men in terms of the corporate world. Absolutely. You have the right person on your arm. You consider yourself stable. You're a candidate for upper management. You're a candidate for partnership. You're a candidate for upward mobility.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, in a social aspect, women upgrade men. So, round 1 goes to the women. There you go. So, again, they want 3 6s. Troy Brown. Yeah, indeed. 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet tall. This is true. But again, exactly. Troy's pointing it out right there. So, again, you're absolutely right. We are here on Talk Live on IG. We're talking about who upgrades who tonight and different aspects of the upgrade. So like, subscribe, and comment. We want to get some more subscriptions here. If you want to come on air and debate the said topics, please do. We had a lively one last time you were here.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back. That was very, very lively. So check it out on YouTube where this will be uploaded. We're just doing it on IG tonight. We're just upgrading our systems tonight, just to let you know. New things will be coming in left and right as the year progresses. So stay tuned, and thank you for joining us. So let's talk about sexually. Who upgrades who?
That depends. That depends. See,
go ahead.
That all depends. It depends on who's and their experiences.
Yes.
That's why I look at it. It depends on their experiences, right? Because one can be more experienced than the other.
Right.
One could have done more than the other.
Right.
One could have brought new things to the bedroom.
True.
Right? Unexpected things.
Absolutely.
Things that normally the other one wouldn't try. This person says, let's try this, let's try that, things that haven't been done before.
Yes.
Right? So it can go both ways.
It can go both ways. Yes, right? Indeed. Yes.
But if a woman gets, well, you know, a woman could actually turn and say, "Well, this man is too freaky. What kind of freaky business this guy's going on prior to me?" So it can go both ways. And this girl, and the guy can say, "Well, this girl is too freaky. How freaky is this girl? How much shit she's done prior to?" So it all depends. It all depends. It's just we have the discussion prior to even having sex, right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Usually we have some discussion, right?
Yes.
But you know, as far as who upgrades who
upgrades
sexually,
who? Yes, indeed.
you know what? I think it's a 50-50.
Is it 50-50?
I think it's a 50-50, right? Because it all depends on the experiences of each other.
Each other.
Like I said, some is done more than the other,
Yes.
right?
I would say this. Sexually, who's in charge? As we've said before, it's usually the woman.
That's in charge.
Well, they're the one who give access to sex, right?
Well, they give the green light.
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 But the action itself, men are in charge.
The action itself, men are in charge, yes. But remember, without the access, you can't perform the action.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So you're saying
So they're the gatekeepers,
okay, technically.
technically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when it comes to,
But that's only the key to let the door open.
well, see,
Right?
You gotta open the key. You got a key to open the door, right?
So once that key is open, once they give you the
Oh,
green
absolutely,
light,
yeah.
that's when the man comes in. And
But
takes charge.
again, think about it. Think about it this way: once the key is open, and once you've had the opportunity, if you don't perform at that time, guess who shuts it down?
Well, she does. So this guy's gonna come in his A game, right? If he
He-
gives you the green light, then
You got to come with your A
Okay.
game. If you don't, if you don't give your A game, that's your P45.
You're right. You're right.
That's your walking papers.
That's your walkie papers.
Yes, the Cass says forever. The man takes charge, absolutely. But if he doesn't take charge, well,
Yes.
then
Then he's gone.
he's out the
He's
door.
out the door.
Then he's out the door. Then the
Well, you always give him a chance, though. I'm sure you
Of course they give him a
if she
chance.
if she likes you,
Of
right?
course
If
they
she
give him
likes
a
you-
chance.
If it's a one nighter, then your cover is done.
Exactly. Natasha Jem says a man better come take charge. Let me tell you something about this, guys. Guys, let me tell you this. And I learned this from someone who may be watching tonight. If you don't take charge in the bedroom, if you're not a bedroom bully,
Mm-hmm.
women say, "Oh, I want to be made like." No, they don't. Women really they like the rougher side of things. I wouldn't say
You start off smooth.
It's not violent. You don't want violence,
Mm-hmm.
but they want a bit of rough.
A bit of rough in there. Have to.
You gotta give them a bit of rough.
Have to.
If you don't give them a bit of rough, if you don't give them a spank, if you don't give them a little,
A bit of grab here, a bit of grab there.
a little, one of those. I ain't gonna say what this means, but everybody knows what that means. If you don't give a bit of that, yeah, women don't exactly take kindly to. I don't know what it is, but it's true. The minute when we had the 90s where, it was boys to men, I'll make love to you and I'll be so romantic with you and such things. That didn't make it.
No. Well, the start off is always smooth, right?
Of course, the start is always smooth, but when it comes to the nitty gritty now,
We come in, yeah. Mine have to take charge. Mine have to take charge.
listen,
Mine have to take charge still.
bedroom bully is a true story, and women don't deny it.
Mine have to take charge still.
No, you gotta start smooth. As Cass Forever says, you gotta start smooth. But when it gets to it,
Yeah. Things have to ease up.
what?
Things have to get heated,
What?
right?
It's gotta be a disagreement. It's gotta be a problem with each other, and things gotta be worked out. There's gotta be a lot. Listen, there's gotta be a lot of shaking somewhere. There's a lot of frustration that has to be taken out on someone, and believe me, women welcome it.
Yeah.
They welcome it. They absolutely do. So, again, getting back to the topic, sexually, I feel
Mm-hmm.
because women hold the key to sexual access
Yeah.
and hold the key to sexual continuance, and it is that. I mean, you ever hold the fact that when you have that aura, when you have that thing about you, and that women can check pheromones and they understand that he's been having sex, and it's like women are more attracted to guys who have been
Experience.
active.
Active. Experience.
Women can sense if a guy has been inactive.
That is true. That is true.
through your actions.
That is true. It depends if that girl's been active herself.
Well,
right?
of course.
If she's been active herself, because at that point, if she's been active herself, she's now comparing. She's now actually comparing.
She's comparing.
She's comparing. So how active is she? Right? How active is she? That's a problem in itself right there. Because if she's too active.
Well, of course, you don't want her reputation running around town.
Yeah,
if she's
too active.
Because that's a double standard. We don't, guys don't take, we don't want them gals, run around.
Because the ones that kind of chop you off on the first chop, I mean, okay, you didn't do it for me the first time, so you know what? It's done.
Well, as somebody said before, 3 strikes.
3 strikes.
A man has 3 strikes.
If
you can't be a bedroom bully in 3 strikes.
But that's with coaching, though, girls. That's with coaching.
That's where the chat comes in, guys, and we discussed it last week.
That's where coaching.
That's where coaching comes in. You gotta let us know what you want. But for the most part, from my experience, and I'm sure from yours, women are very much in tune with guys who can slap a bit, cater a bit,
make it fun,
make it fun, make it a bit of rough, just a bit of rough,
make it fun,
make it fun, make it active, make it. I wouldn't say so sweaty, but a bit sweaty. You know what I mean? You gotta get dirty.
But girls at the same time, women at the same time can, can turn the situation around, make it boring for the man.
See, here's like Natasha just said, it's skilled. We want skilled men. We don't want to train. They don't want to train. You gotta come with the goods, guys. You gotta come with the goods.
Well, you're there to help, though. You are there to help because every woman is different.
Every woman's different. You gotta tell us what you want, how you want it, because it's like going to a restaurant. We present you with a menu. Mm-hmm. If you're a great restaurant, the menu will have a lot on the table. You tell us what you want on the menu, and we go to work.
Exactly.
And it's how the dish is prepared. If the dish is prepared perfectly, they'll come back and tell their friends.
Yeah, if they tell their friends, it wouldn't be in your favor to tell your friends.
Well, you don't want to tell your friends, but again, you want to make your friends jealous. So look, I'm getting good cocky here. I'm getting sweet ass cocky.
Ladies, that may not be a good idea to do that.
Well, you don't want to do that, but don't do that. Yeah, ladies, don't do that. Because again, you'll take the lady will become jealous, and then what?
Yeah, they may get interested. They may get curious.
And once they get curious, believe me,
don't do that. But so you're saying that women upgrade the man sexually.
Yes.
So that is your.
I say it for. Listen, if you don't get the access, you don't get the callbacks. Guess what?
No. Okay. So no. I beg to differ. I think.
I mean, rarely do you find women like men calling women out. Say, yo, man, your sex is. We're easy pleasers. You know what I mean?
That is true.
We're easy pleasers.
But sometimes women are heart pleasers, right? And that in itself turns.
Women are usually
for
the most part, they're usually hard.
Some men have to go the extra mile just for them to reach the point, and they get like, you know what? I forget this. Can't bother with this. Too much work here. Go on. I'm sweating too hard.
Yeah, well, exactly. But
I'm sweating too hard. I mean, it happens.
It happens. And some guys are 2 to 15. Some guys are 2 to 15.
No, it's something about that. It's about this girl that's like too long. And we discussed it earlier. Remember we talked about these toys? These toys spoil these girls.
Yeah, well,
and we can't work like these. We can't work like these toys.
And a lot of guys say, you know what? Finish yourselves off. I can't deal.
Exactly. Right? I can't deal. Because
Finish yourself off. I'm gone.
Go find.
I got mine. You go get yours.
Go get yours.
I'm gone. Bye.
I worked extra hard, and you know what? It can't bother no.
It can't bother. I'm tired. You want to go sleep?
Tired.
Cheers to that. I love that one. Cheers to that. I'm tired.
Go find a tie.
Yeah, let me see here a sec. Let me see. I have a friend who, this is from Leslie. Thank you very much for your comment. I have a friend who told about her dude and to her acquaintance circle, and then the man went to start sex with her acquaintance. There you go. If you have a good reputation, word gets around. Believe me, the acquaintance will come for you.
And the only way it's gonna get around unless you women talk about it, right? My man is this, my man is that, and then the other girl's like, what?
Silence is golden.
What?
Silence is golden.
So who's to blame there? Not the man.
No.
Anyways.
Well, as they say, loose lips sink ships. Ladies, did you get that one? Let me say it again. Loose lips sink ships. Sink ships. Anyways, so I say, socially, sexually, women upgrade men.
And I say, men upgrade women sexually.
Whoa!
I say that.
Back to chat there. Back to chat. Back to chat there.
That is my. So I beg to differ. Men upgrade the woman sexually because the men are in charge. The men take charge.
Men take charge sexually, so men upgrade women. Wow. Okay. Women, if you got something to say about that, come back from the Talk Live. We are taking calls tonight, so if you're up and to discuss said topic, please do. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on IG tonight, and we're talking about who upgrades who, men or women in heterosexual relationships. Now, again, there are alternatives, but the alternatives aren't being discussed tonight. Anyways, back to it. Third call. We are talking about financials.
Financially. Well, again, it could go both ways. Right? The question is the other party willing to help upgrade that individual to reach to that level that the person is at?
Yes.
Right? So, it can go both ways. That's my perspective in that sense. It can go both ways. A man can upgrade, a woman can upgrade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you come together at the same level, right, then it's a bonus. So, but I think it's a 50-50.
You think it's 50-50?
I think it's 50-50. It all depends on the situation. Because normally one person in the relationship would make more than the other, right? So I think it's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50. I mean, in this modern day and age, with women entering the workforce and earning as much, if not more, than men in many work in many jobs and many positions. That can be the case. But here's why I say men get one back here.
Okay.
Women, for the most part, make 60 to 75% of what men make at a certain job. For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. And usually, men don't care about money when it comes to, coming together. For the most part. There are men who, are, gold higgers, and are looking for women with money and with opportunity, and are, especially those among us who are newly to the country or are down their luck financially. Absolutely.
Wasteman.
There it is.
Possibly,
you call it wasteman.
Wasteman. Possibly wasteman.
Indeed, possibly wasteman. But for the most part, women usually will look out for guys with greater financial means. And you know what that term is called, don't you?
What's that?
Hypergamy.
Okay.
Hypergamy. Who has heard of the word hypergamy, ladies and gentlemen? Hypergamy, Hypergamy. Yes, indeed, I did win a spelling bee. Hypergamy is the concept where women will go as high as they can up the financial ladder to find a man who suits their lifestyle needs. And they'll never drop from it. So, as Chris Rock once said, men will go to the end of the earth to find a woman who can fulfill them sexually. Women will go to the ends of the earth to find a man who will fulfill them financially.
Okay.
Give them financial stability.
I see that. I you know what? Now that you put that in perspective, I kind of agree with you.
Yes.
Because when it comes to men, right, looking for women, it's not really financial.
We don't care about your money.
It's not. We don't care about your money.
We don't care about your money. For the most part, ladies, we don't care about your money.
Yeah, we don't care about your money.
We don't care about your money.
But
it's about your aesthetics. It's about your looks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's key to us.
Key.
Remember, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submit.
Yeah. So women.
Nothing in there says financial.
Women are willing to overlook visual.
Yes.
For the cash.
For the cash. And women are willing to go as high as they can financially to find the man that suits them, especially when they're at their sexual peak in their mid to late 20s. Especially then.
For that Birkin bag.
For that Birkin bag. For that gentleman with an expense account. For that man who's making six figures and above. They will fight to the death.
It doesn't matter what you look like.
No matter. Hey, we're going to talk about that soon one day, how black wives are starting to become trophy wives. Oh, yes. We're going to get into that. Because these days, allegiances are out the door. It's all about what you can make at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's true. It's absolutely true. So, in that sense, financially, men upgrade women.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Men bring financial stability to any sort of relationship.
Yeah.
It goes without saying. Without a man, it is rare. I would say it's at least 1 to 2% of women who are financially stable enough to carry a household of 3 to 5 bedrooms without a man being there. Usually, if it's a 3 to 5 bedroom house, if you're living in a middle class, upper middle class society, a man has to be there. They have to be there. I'm sorry, they do. I have yet to. I have myself. There are women who earn a certain amount, and who people in our lives. We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
With women who have been able to earn enough financially to sustain a man. We've seen it ourselves. It happened to our friends. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm not gonna divulge their secrets, but it has happened. Believe me. But however, for the most part, if you are in a middle to upper class married couple or married relationship, usually the man is the breadwinner. It's as simple as that. It's true.
It's true.
It's true. It may change over time with women enter the workforce that much more and being valued that much more indeed. But for the most part, from here to the modern industrial age, it's usually the guys who who usually pay the cost to be the boss. Indeed, Ms. Black. Okay, Ms. Black Shiny. Is it Ms. Black Shiny? Thank you, Ms. Black Shiny. Nowadays, that's not true. Women making more than men now. Well, really? Yes, certain women do earn more than men, but for the most part,
percentage-wise, still below men.
Still below, guys.
Yeah, still below.
You're gonna need at least 2 to 3 generations to see a change in that, and I mean a sizable one.
Well, they're still fighting. Women are still fighting for.
Women are still fighting for equal pay.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Don't men want more peace in their lives than a pretty face and good set?
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
Well, it's like Kevin said. They'll go down in looks to go up in cooperation.
Financially.
No, I'm talking about. That's what.
That's what she's saying.
That she's saying that men would go down in looks to go up in cooperation. For a good amount of us, yes. But if you have money, why? When you have an assortment of ladies to curry your favor, especially if you're earning 6 figures, you have the pick of the litter. That's like, and you, as a consumer, want the cutest. The cutest. I wouldn't say puppy or anything as such. You want you want as good as your financial provision provides. The best looking.
The best looking.
That's us. We're visual. I'm sorry, we are. That's what it comes down to. I mean, certain men are advantageous in the sense that, you know what, they are allowed. They can get a 6 to 8 on the Richter scale simply because they vibe and they come together. But for the most part, guys, if you're earning 6 figures or more, guess what? You're looking for a lady. You're looking for a lady who suits you aesthetically. Absolutely. That goes without saying. Let's go. I mean, do you see an 8 or below once you earn about a good 5 figures a year? Do you see an 8 or below? Unless the person is built with them. Let me say that. There are exceptions. But for the most part, if you have earned 6 figures or more without a wife, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for 10.
You're looking for a 10?
I'm looking for a 10.
Well, there's nobody's perfect. So I'm looking for a 10.
Close as possible to a 10.
Close as possible to a 10.
Close as possible to a 10.
Sorry, ladies. It is. It's true. So again, to that question, Ms. Black Shiny, thank you for the question. At the end of the day, we want more bang for our buck. Simple as that.
Yeah.
We want the bang for our buck. Simple as that. We want as good looking as you can be for what we can afford. Simple as that. And if you're going to get as good as, and it's the other way around, as certain people have said these days, they want more buck for their bang. The other way around. So if you're a good-looking lady, guess what you want? You want a man with money.
You want a man with money.
Goes without saying, you want a man with money. Usually, if you're a 6.5, if you're as the Godfather would say, an adjustable 6, yeah, okay, you can go either way. But if you're at 8 or above, guess what? Yeah. Usually, they're not hanging around any stall for any man. They want money. They want their looks to pay them back for future generations.
It's reverse.
It's the reverse. It's an inverse relationship. It's an inverse. That's what you call an inverse relationship.
Because women are the same thing. If women are making 8 figures, right? You see it all the time. You got.
There you go.
You got old.
If a woman wants, if a woman is making 6 to 7 to 8 figures, guess what they want?
They want that buff guy.
Case in point, Britney Spears,
Madonna.
You
know what I mean? Kim's mom. What's her name?
Which one?
Kim Kardashian's
Oh
mom.
yeah, exactly. She wanted a big dick black dude. Sorry, that's what it comes down to. She wanted a big dick black dude.
Yeah.
She wanted bang for her buck. So it goes both ways, guys.
Goes both ways.
Eye candy, exactly. They're looking for the eye. We're always looking for the eye candy. We're always looking for the aesthetic, ladies. I'm sorry. No matter how you cut it, you can be as nice and as genuine as you want to be. We could be as nice and genuine as you want to be. But what do we want?
If you're making that type of cash,
the hottest girl, who's sweet as pie, and with sweet pie. Anyway, so again, financially, we're talking about. Usually it's men who run the roost here. And it's men who upgrade women. It goes without saying. It goes without saying, guys. So, we're going to talk about family. Who upgrades who? Now, this is a tough one. But I'll let you go and I'll let you have your explanation as to who upgrades who familially.
Family-wise?
Mm-hmm.
Well, financially, again, we've already talked about that. But
yes.
Just the aesthetics itself, as far as the family.
Yes.
I would say the woman. I would say the woman upgrades the family.
In what
family.
Way? In terms of family. So in
family. Not financially.
Okay.
Right? Because the man, like we mentioned just a few seconds ago, when it comes to cash.
Right.
We pretty much on top of that. But I think when it comes to just the family unit in itself.
Right.
I think the female upgrades the family, just the family in itself.
I agree with that. I think, well, as women, usually it's the woman that creates the family bonds, especially between families. They're the ones who usually bring family together.
Bring family.
It's true. It's not usually the guys who go out there and say, "Oh, I want to look for my," It's usually the women who bring families together.
More loving, more caring.
They use that nurturing.
That
nurturing innate ability to bring families together. My mother is the bond. My mother was a bond between my dad's family and my mother's family, without question. She's the one who knew all the relatives. She knew all the family. She's the one who reached out to everyone. So it goes without saying, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of familially, it's women who upgrade good. It goes without saying.
Yeah.
Especially, not only that, they're the ones who bear our children.
Yeah. The kids tend to lean towards the mummies anyway. That's how it
Kids
is.
tend to lead before mothers. Exactly.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
Because they have the more caring and nurturing nature.
The more soft looking, more.
Yeah, well, they have the softer nature.
Yeah, more cuddly.
They tend to. Yes, they have they tend to be stern when they have to be.
When they have to.
You know what I mean?
But
violent when they have to be. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they have that caring, nurturing nature that bring kids near. Guys, they can have that, but they don't have it like a lady. A lady, they beat his hand down on that.
Yeah, they do that.
They do. So
I think upgrade.
So in terms of creating families, in terms of nurturing families, in terms of bringing families together, especially for family unions, who are the usual organizers of those things?
Females.
Yeah.
They take care of all that.
They take care of all of that.
Do your homework. Is a homework
exactly.
time. Sit down and do so and so for what have you.
Exactly.
Mind you, don't get me wrong. Men do that.
Men do that these days, absolutely.
But children naturally tend to gravitate towards mummy.
Towards mummy, and also our job is to protect and provide.
Yes. So we're a bit more rough around the edges.
We're more rough around the edges. Case in point with my family. My dad, I love my dad. And he's the nicest man in the world, but his job, he saw himself as a provider, as a man who go out to make the money, as a man. I have to stay long hours in order to keep this family safe and provided for. Mm-hmm. And he knew that. He was an old school guy. And I take on the same thing. If I'm a guy Yes, I'll be as genuine and nice and gentle as I can be, but at the end of the day, I know what my job is.
Yeah.
My job is to go out, protect, provide for my family. It's as simple as that.
Simple as that. Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And that hasn't changed from time immemorial. Right? So familially, in terms of growing bonds, in terms of creating that sort of familial environment, and for making a house into a home.
Woman.
It's women. It's definitely women. Oh my God, they kick our ass in that department.
Yeah.
They kick our ass because they have that nurturing, caring nature.
Yeah,
goes without saying.
Yeah.
So in terms, we talked about finance. In terms of employment, who upgrades who?
Employment. It would be the man. I would say the man, because 95% of the men that are in charge, well,
most CEOs,
yeah.
most Fortune 500 companies,
Yeah.
I would say 99% of those are run by men.
Are run by men. So they're the ones that will upgrade the woman in that sense, as far as
and they're the ones who hire. Now again, women are getting into the workforce more and more, but at the end of the day, they have to call time on that if they want a what?
Promotion.
Not no promotion. If they want a what? They want a family.
Yeah, one family.
That's what maternal leave is all about. You got to take 9 months off. You got to hold your career back, especially if you want a family. Right?
Yeah,
so
man doesn't do that. Man doesn't.
Men don't have to do that. That's why men, for the most part, are paid more than women because, again, these soul stigmas still are there. Even though they're trying to be eradicated, but they're still there. They're still there. Still there. That hasn't changed. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 generations, but at the end of the day, women hold the seed to family. They're the ones who have to take time off in order to get pregnant. They're the ones who have to take time off in order to raise a family.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah, guys can be there, can have their leave, but where does most of the leave go? It goes to the woman, right?
Goes to the woman. Goes to the woman.
So in terms of employment, it's usually a man's world. It's true. It's the truth. Sad but true. Although ladies are catching up, let me say that. I will say that. Ladies are catching up. However, not to a point where this exception applies to the rule. The rule is the same. It's just the same. Employment-wise, men run the roost. And in terms of, because again, men can work nonstop for years, either through their own businesses or through others. So we have it. I have it. Women are there for us. Well, women upgrade men socially, sexually, and familially. Men are there for finances and employment. But in terms of society itself, who upgrades who?
Overall.
In terms of overall society.
Overall society.
Who moves things forward society-wise?
Men. Men.
Women, you can fight this on us. You can fight us on this.
Facts. It's just facts.
It's facts. You can fight us on this. Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment. You can fight us on it. You could. But in terms of moving a society forward, it's men. Because men, it's like James Brown said, it's a man's world. It's a man's world. They're the ones who create the machines. They're the ones who make the innovations. They're the ones who create the buildings. They're the ones who build the roads. They're the ones who run the irrigation systems. They're the ones who do the dirty jobs. Jobs that women wouldn't even touch. Like sewage systems and irrigation systems. Women were, in terms of STEM, even more. Oh my God, let's not even. Science, engineering, technology, math? Science, technology, engineering, math. Sorry, STEM. Women are non-existent. They are non-existent. Yes, they're trying to employ women to get into these fields, but at the end of the day, that shit don't change.
No, that won't change.
That won't change. Because women don't want to get up in a skyscraper and build buildings. They don't want to do that. They don't want any part of that. They'd rather be in the building, showing you around it,
Yeah, but not building,
but not building it.
not getting dirty.
Women want to go to the bathroom, but they don't want to be the ones to run the irrigation systems, the sewage systems. What?
It's facts.
It's facts. Women want to drive the car, but do they want to change the tire?
No.
Let me say that again, ladies. Women want to drive the car, but do they want to change the tire? They don't. They don't. And until you guys want to do the dirty jobs, you can't run society. You can't. You can't. You simply can't. Until you want to build the homes. Do you know any female home builders?
There's some out there, but not as much as there are men.
Okay, so out of a percentage, how many women are building homes these days?
I'd say, if anything, 10%.
10%, you say?
10%.
There are actual women who are actually home builders?
Yeah, there's women out there that do construction. Yeah,
They do construction.
Yeah, they do construction. Yeah, I'm not take that completely away from them. There are women out there that will dabble and do construction.
But are they lifting
No, they're not.
the loads?
No, they're not. If they don't have a machinery handy, right?
If they're not, exactly.
Some sort of machinery or something.
So they'll put up the drywall.
Yeah.
They may do the painting. They may do
a couple nails here and there.
Yeah, they may do the nail. They do nails. They may do the home decoration. That's where you see a lot of women, though. They're the ones who design the decor for the home.
Yes.
But will they? I repeat, will they actually create the home? And you women can counter me. Go ahead. Try me. Tell me some women. Tell me some female construction companies. Go ahead, name them. I'll wait. You hear the silence? It's deafening, isn't it?
It's facts.
It's facts, though. Are you the one to create the pipelines to get gas from point A to point B? I'll wait. Are you the ones who would... I mean, women are getting into it. But for the most part, are you the ones who would get under a car and be a mechanic?
Few and far between. But it's evident though. I mean, when you see construction going on the streets and the roads, right? What do you
construction,
see?
Road work.
Yeah. What do you see? What do you see?
What do you see?
What do you see women doing? Holding the stop sign.
There it is. Yeah, I just crossed a construction site today. They may have the hard cap, they may have the whole uniform.
Yeah, but they're holding a stop sign, and that's all they're doing. Slow, fast, stop, go. Right? Which is nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. We're just saying that it's.
But because we have the tensile strength in our hands, because we have we are considered the more muscular of the two individuals. Not to say that women, there are certain women. Shoot, there are certain women who kick men's ass in terms of, man, I've seen it at the gym myself. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But will they get into said career? There are women who are firefighters. Perfect example. There are women who are police. Yeah, I would say the one area is in the into the emergency services.
Emergency services. And police services too.
Police service. That's what I said.
Yeah,
so fire,
okay.
police, ambulance, that sort of thing. Yeah, you're gonna get some women in there. Sure, absolutely,
for sure,
absolutely. But I mean, women are starting to enter the workforce in terms of those areas, yes. But in terms of construction, in terms of building, in terms of creating a society, it's a problem. And I remember this. Kevin always, Chaos, I always go back to The Godfather. He always saw that show of Bear Grylls. If anybody knows the show, let me know. The Bear Grylls story, where they took a camp of women and a camp of men, and put on separate islands, and say, start a society. Get a campfire going before nightfall. Get some shelter done before nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
They put men on one island, they put women on the other. one side of the island, women on the other. And they saw men, they ordered themselves into groups, they got they got themselves into areas in which they were experts in, and they started building.
Yeah.
Women were bickering, they were talking to each other, they wanted to know who was in charge and who was not, and they had no idea how to create. None. Correctional facilities, yes, indeed. Well said there, Cass. Indeed, correctional, but even correctional. You think these ladies want to get around and get in the male population of many of these jails?
Not really.
Oh, hell no!
Not really. For those that do, pretty strong-minded women.
Oh, there's some strong-minded women, yes. Well, guess what? There'll be a whole lot of men behind them.
Yeah, it's true.
A whole lot of men behind them. So, again, getting back to that story about Bear Grylls, ladies were literally trying to find where the men were, while men were saying, "Oh, we don't need. We got a fire going. We got shelter up. We got this, that, whatever." When we're trying to find the men, where were they? Do you believe that?
Yeah.
And women were in total. It's like where are the men? Where are the men? And they were in total disarray. I got to say, we don't want to do what men do. Men take over through the use of force. It's very rare females use physical violence. Well, it's not about violence. Thank you very much for the comment. It's not about violence, Cass Forever. It really isn't. You know what it's about? It's about moving society forward. And in order to move society forward, you got to get dirty. Dirty. Do the dirty jobs. Do the dangerous jobs. Try and get up on the CN Tower and construct that. Do you think a woman can construct the CN Tower?
It's facts. You said I accept that. Men will do the dirty jobs.
We will do the dangerous and dirty.
Dangerous and dirty jobs.
We are the ones to get into the sewage systems and clear from the pipes in order for you to go take one.
Facts. You gotta accept that. Women, you can't even argue that.
You can't even argue that. You don't want to be a part of that. You want to be a part of the tapestry and the window dressing, and when everything looks good, then you want to come in. But women, listen, you've been given free will for 50 years. I've yet to see you make inroads in these areas. 50 years and yet. So, societally, men move society forward without question. They do. So, there's got to be a tie break. Try and break up a physical fight. Well, women, once we have a woman in our midst, we don't want to hurt her and try and break up a physical fight. But physical fight? You don't care about physical fights. That's you. Listen. When men are around each other and we are, at odds with each other, and it gets to a violent stage, women need not be there.
Yeah, a woman can't break up a man's fight.
Because usually there's a lot of chair moving, a lot of furniture moving, a lot of limbs throwing, a lot of broken bones, limbs, whatever. If things move, believe me, you don't want to be there. You don't want. Certain guys. You know what I mean. It's for certain guys as well. We don't want to be around women certain way when they fight because they scratch and claw. I don't want to be all that.
But we can break up physically.
We can physically break up a female fight. Women can't physically break up a man fight. They can't. All they can do is, stop. But if we want you out of the way, whoosh, you go and off we go.
That's it.
But this is about society. And society, women have been given the opportunity to do STEM, to do the dirty jobs, to do the jobs that create, build, and move society forward, and they shun it. They literally shun it because they know it involves back-breaking work, dirty work, dangerous work, and work to which they do not wish to come around.
Case Forever says she's speaking about the correctional work.
Oh, correctional. Are you building the jails? That's why they come with you, Cash. Are you building the jail? Are you literally getting the bricks and mortar together to build the jail?
But even in the correctional work, a female in the correctional work, I mean, if you work amongst men, right, and two men are fighting in the correctional facility,
no women want any part of that.
Even if you're a correctional worker, you're still gonna call for.
We'll charge in for women. I mean, even though there are those women who swear they're guys.
You're calling for backup.
You're calling for either swear they're guys.
You're not gonna take it upon yourself to jump in between
No,
two
you're
men.
not. I don't care what size of woman you are. You're not jumping in the middle of two men who are dangerous. You are not.
Exactly.
You are not.
You're calling for backup.
You're calling for backup. You're calling for help. Yeah. You're calling to get out of that situation as quickly and as safely as possible. Yeah. Catherine, we break up physical fights, respond to suicides, we respond to overdoses, suicides.
The key word is we.
We.
That is the key word there.
You don't say you.
We.
It's not just you going to the suicides. It's not just you going to the overdoses. It's we. It's a collective.
Collective. It's we.
Women go to things collectively. Men go to things individually.
Individual.
And that's what usually gets us killed. Remember now. Crimes of passion. The highest rate of deaths are always about crimes of passion. It's the truth. It's the truth. And again, I mean, we love you ladies, but you know this. Come on. So we got to have a tiebreaker.
There's no disputing that.
Women upgrade men socially, sexually, and familially, while men upgrade women financially, in the job market, and societally. So we got to have a tiebreaker.
How about visually? Who upgrades who visually?
Ooh, very good.
Visually.
I'll let you come with that. I mean,
men out there have some style, but women, normally when it comes to going out and shopping and so on and so forth, and bring the man with them, a man will usually determine the woman, say, do you like this? This is good at me, and so on and so forth. So, women, when it comes to fashion sense, right, visually,
yes,
a man would need a woman's help. So, I would say, in that sense, as far as visual,
yes,
I would say the woman wins on that sense.
Visually,
because every woman has their own sense of style.
True.
Right, and they want their man to look a certain way, and
true.
Certain men out there just feel comfortable in a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, and running shoes, right? And they'll go anywhere in shorts and t-shirt and running shoes, and may not be appropriate.
And not only that, in terms of the home, we could live in a hovel for all we care. Yeah. Usually the women who beautify the home, make it look pretty. I mean, we have a section of the world, but in terms of interior design and decorating and such, women got it.
They make it smell nice.
They make a house into a home. It's as simple as that. They do.
They buy the air freshener from.
They're the ones who do the Febrezes. They're the ones who send you out. They're the ones who follow you to the mall and say, "Oh, this looks good on you," or "This looks good on you," or "This looks good on you."
Yeah.
Rarely do you find, outside of myself, of course. I'm very sartorially inclined, that is. And if anybody knows me, that is the truth. But again, rarely there are, for the most part, men always depend on a woman in terms of their attire.
Visual aspect, yes.
The visual aspect, yes. Women could say they look good on this and this and that, and they're the ones who usually mix and match, and they usually, they put things together themselves for the most part. Yeah. Guys, we're thumbs. Yeah. We are thumbs.
They will take it upon themselves, women take it upon themselves to say, you know what, let's go get your nails done. And men won't do that on their own.
No, we won't. They're the ones who caution us and saying your nails look like crap.
Yeah,
go get a pedicure. Right. You got too much chest hair. Exactly. Go get it shaved. Yeah. Your hair looks out of whack. Go get a haircut.
Yeah, well, you cut your
nails.
And
it starts from a young age. Remember.
Yeah. So we'll give you that. That's where the woman will upgrade the man.
Yeah, in terms of what was the
visual.
Visually, yes, they do. And guess what? And we get back to this whole story. I mean, a man looks better with a woman on his arm. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Maybe in time now, if ladies are of a certain age and don't have a man on their arm, then the situation's reversed. flipped over.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a man, I mean, you don't want to. I mean, we depend on these on the ladies for a lot. We really do. Bruce says, "What's that thing they say? You can tell a lot about a man by his shoes, his car, and his woman that he holds." There you go.
There you go.
Thank you very much for that. It's true. You can tell a lot by the woman. I mean, listen, man's world, but it can't be nothing without a woman or girl. Believe me, James Brown had it right. We'll look like disheveled crap if it wasn't for a lot of ladies and their input. Because not a lot of men can, get themselves together the way without the help of a woman.
Exactly. Right? Some women
go shopping for men.
Some women do shopping for men, which is nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Some women are like, this smells good on you. Try this cologne or wear this watch and this and that. So
Again,
a woman takes extra care in ensuring that should take extra care.
Yes, indeed.
Ensuring that her man looks just as good, right, on your arm.
Exactly. Women actually, it's like a competition, especially when ladies know each other and they have their guys.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want their guys looking like crap.
No, shouldn't.
They shouldn't, but they really don't want their guys looking like crap, especially when they step out in public with their friends. Like if they're going on a double date or they're doing, it's like a competition about which guy looks the best according to them.
Yeah,
it's the truth. Women do not like their guys going out in the public looking like garbage because that's a reflection of them.
That is true.
It's a reflection of them. If I see my husband looking like garbage with a disheveled shirt and a disheveled this and that, they take it upon themselves to say, well, here's the thing. And that's why a lot of women, they literally say that I've taken him from here to here. And definitely what includes that, not only, through, let's say, through, upgrading their education and this and that,
mm-hmm. but
also sartorially.
Yeah.
Also in terms of looks. Goes without saying. Men like Kanye can't. Well, Kanye's a genius. Thank you, Cass Forever. Kanye's a genius. Okay, there's certain men who can there's a case in point where Kanye upgraded Kim.
That is true.
Because he's the one who got her wearing Balenciaga. He's the one who got her wearing design clothes. He's the one who dressed her. So when she was looking perfect, guess who started that? It was Kanye. That's what you call him a genius. You don't get a guy running $1 million companies and dressing their women. I can't take Rickles. Gotta iron his shirt. There you go. Thank you very much, Cash Forever. You can't be running $1 million, but getting back to it, you can't be running a $1 billion company and dressing your wife at the same time. Dressing your kids too.
Yeah.
Because that's all him.
That's all him.
So guess what Pete was doing? Oh, I want to tell a joke. I want to be... Da. She said, what are you bringing to me?
I can't believe she even went there.
Seriously. Like, what are you bringing to me?
Can't believe you even went there.
A joke and some D? That's it? That's all you're bringing?
She should beg for Kanye back.
What? Don't worry, that's coming.
She should beg for him back. Okay.
That's coming. Because Kanye can move... Believe me, we're getting a little off topic here,
yeah.
But Kanye can move on.
Yeah, he can move on.
He can move straight on. And Kim knows this. He said, he can go and he can leave me in the dust. He's already got his 4 kids. He's chill.
He's chill.
He's good.
He's good.
And that's what he say. You don't listen. Ladies, let me say something to you right now. Let me say something to you. You don't want a man who can cook up for himself, who can dress himself, who can create business for himself, who's independent. The minute that you know this man is independent, your days are numbered.
Days are numbered. Because you have to work hard to prove yourself.
You have to work hard.
Extra hard to prove yourself. If a man falls in all those categories, cook, clean, dress, repair, fix,
Tell
build.
it, I haven't heard that saying in ages. Say it again.
Cook, repair, fix, build, take care of, wash, clean, everything a woman can do. You have to work
You're in
extra
trouble.
Hard. You have to work extra hard.
You're in trouble. And you know what
Extra hard.
You know the only thing that leaves you, ladies? You better throw it down the bedroom. Let me tell you something
That's
right now.
it?
you better throw it down in the bedroom. You better be as freaky as pop.
Bomba clot.
You better throw it down in the bedroom.
Mm.
You better, and I mean be a near porn star. And I mean a near porn star. Like
Straight.
nothing's off the table.
Straight.
Nothing is off the table. If anything he wants, it's on the menu. It's done. Don't let it be
Yeah, done. Because really and truly, what purpose do you serve?
Thank you.
What purpose do you serve?
What purpose do you serve?
Cook, clean, fix, repair, build, wash, take care of kids. What purpose do you serve? You have to come correct
Oh, Lord.
in some way, shape, or form.
What?
Because this man does not need you.
He doesn't need you. Beware the independent man. Beware the man who can live on his own in the wilderness.
Mm-hmm. That
But
man there,
beware,
if you have that man, you're
because
lucky.
he is truly independent.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friends, brings us to who upgrades who. That is the key point. Because we're neck and neck here.
Mm-hmm. What we got? 50-50?
We're about, well, you said the last one visually.
And we give it to the woman.
Right.
We give it to the woman.
But in terms of independence, there are independent women, right? Could take care of themselves. We're talking about independence.
Cass says he can't sex him. He can't sex himself. Huh? Of course he can. Of course he can. What are you talking about? Of course he can. That's it. He just needs to release, and that's all there is to it. Is done.
Toys get tired. Your toys get tired.
Yeah, we don't.
Our hand don't get tired.
I don't get tired. We don't.
The hand is mightier than the sword.
We don't use toys.
The hand is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, well, let's give us some.
Your sword.
Yeah, let's give
whatever
us,
sword you can put batteries in is much mightier than
give
that.
us one video and we're good. Video and some cream and we're good.
Palmolive gets boring? No, not
No,
really.
not really.
Not if you're online. Believe me, it doesn't get boring. You can change things.
So everything is covered. Everything is covered. If a man is fully independent, everything is covered.
Okay, the real Brucey Bruce. Thank you very much for joining us, Bruce. Brucey Bruce. Yes, but it works both ways. Don't forget about Robin Givens' boomerang. Let me say this about this, Brucey Bruce. Remember, Robin Givens had to give in to Eddie Murphy's demands once he realized that, I can do this all by myself. I can find a woman all by myself. I can pleasure me all by myself. Women can do it too, but they have a timeline in which when their beauty's gone and it fades, guess what? You either have to get a man within your sexual peak. Consider the alternatives, and there are alternatives out there, alternative lifestyles. Let me say that, or buy a dog and die alone. To borrow the Godfather's great saying, buy a dog, get a cat, and die alone. And again, women men can get a woman at any time in the month as long as we are financially stable. That goes without saying. As long as we can keep ourselves in relatively good shape, as long as we can take care of ourselves, women will always be there. The numbers game is in the man's. It's always. So we have to say to ourselves, in terms of independence, and that is the 8th category, who upgrades who?
The man.
Men upgrade women.
Yep.
Women are societally dependent. They can't live outside of society, to a certain extent. But women don't want to live outside of society. Women can have tensile strength and this and that. They can be independent, but do they want to be? Not really.
Not really.
You don't find women living in the wilderness alone. You'll find men living in the wilderness alone, but you won't find women. Real Brucey Bruce says there are a lot of black women who are not waiting and are just dating out. Well, dating outside of their. We will come to that in due course. We will come to that in due course. Yeah. Cass Forever says no. Cass
says nobody do that. But those that date outside the race, they're losing out. They're losing.
Well,
they're losing.
We may have to discuss that because
Yeah,
we've been beating around the bush. I think we have to. There has to be a discussion where we have to talk openly and frankly about this because you know what?
Interracial relationships. Eh?
Yeah, because black women, I love my black man. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cass Forever. Thank you, and we love you back. We love you back. And interracial dating is one of the topics we have to deal with next on Talk Live. We are live here. Like, subscribe, comment. We're talking about who upgrades who, and we're getting to the penultimate question. Because, again, let's keep score one more time. Women upgrade men socially, sexually, and familially, and
Visually.
Visually. Absolutely. Men upgrade women financially, in the job market, societally, and independently.
It's a tie game.
It's a tie.
4-4.
It's a tie.
So we're good. We're good. Female are good. Men are good.
Female are good. Men are good. But if anybody knows about my choices aspect on my Facebook page, there has to be a winner. You can't just leave it like this, or else where's the controversy? Where's the je ne sais quoi? People say, oh, it's even, and then people walk away from this. You got to give a winner and a loser. It's only through winning and losing that people talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what we got?
It's a 4-4 tie. What wins out? We'll give it 4-4 tie because again, we at the end of the day we need each other. But who needs each other more?
Yeah. Who needs each other more?
Who upgrades who? Who do you need? Who needs each other more? I know what my answer is.
I know what mine is too. And we already said it. Even though it's a tie,
Uh-huh.
out of the four, right, the men win on are the most important. So, that being said, even though it's a tie, men upgrade women.
Ooh, say it again.
Men upgrade women.
Give your reasons, please, sir, for that answer.
Well, we went through each and every one, right, and we spoke.
And they're evenly matched,
But in terms of priority, right? In terms of priority, what's most important are the ones that the men win on. We are most needed, and we are.
So you're saying financially we're most needed.
Financially, most
in terms of the job market, we're most needed.
needed. Most needed.
In terms of society, we're most needed.
Most needed.
And my deciding factor is: can a woman live independent of a man outside of society?
No.
But here's the thing, and here's the interesting part. If you believe modern media and Instagram and all these things, you think women upgrade men, and they need us,
That's what make it seem.
and we need them in order to get through life.
That's what make it seem. But the fact of the matter is that's not the case.
I mean, what did Beyonce say? Who runs the world?
Yeah, and she said it.
Girls.
Right? But that's not the case. But she's pro woman and all that stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got these
But
pro
she
women
knows.
stuff.
But she knows.
But she knows good.
She knows.
She knows goddamn.
She knows
well.
well.
She knows goddamn well. Who run the world? Okay, if you run the world, ladies, run the sewage system for me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If you run the world, ladies, build that skyscraper for me. Go ahead. If you run the world, ladies, create this shelter for us. Go ahead. And I'll tell you, can't do it. But not as if you can't do it, you don't want to do it. You don't want to. You don't want those dirty jobs. Those are dirty jobs.
And it's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
That's fine.
It's fine. There's no judgment here.
There's no judgment. We understand that.
We've
come to that conclusion.
We've accepted that.
We've accepted that.
We want you to stay cute. We want you to stay attractive and soft.
Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. That's what we want from you.
That's what we want.
That's it. And how costly is that?
It's free. It's total no effort. Just do it.
Just do it, darling.
Yeah. No effort. Just do
How long?
it. Give it to them again, but slow, so they understand.
Fit. sweetness, friendliness, femininity,
Yes.
cooperative,
Yes.
submissive,
Yes.
and if you're without family, single and childless.
Wow. The last one's kind of harsh, but
The last one's kind of harsh. We got Bruce says there are a lot of black women that are doing things and are leaving us behind. There are more black women that graduate. Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Okay, good question, good point. There are more black women that are graduating from university and holding high level positions. Yes, but are they building bridges? Are they building skyscrapers?
they're not.
Are they running sewage systems?
And don't get me wrong. I mean, they're graduating with high honors.
Yeah, they're graduating with high honors.
Doctorates and psychologists and.
But are they innovating and moving society forward for the most part?
No. Lawyers. No.
Oh, lawyers. Well, yeah. I mean, they're lawyers. They're doctors. They're
That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, they're.
But to move society, like you mentioned.
To move society, you need to innovate and build.
Exactly. And you know that's facts. What's
You
the name?
need to innovate and build.
That is facts.
And if you don't innovate or build, Bruce, guess what?
Goes nowhere. Society.
You can't run society. Because that's what societies run on. The dirty work.
Yeah.
And if you take into account that dirty work, women don't want any part of that.
Planes, trains, and
Cass forever even said herself, yep.
Yeah.
Women don't want any part of dirty work. They don't. They don't want to get up in the building and do dangerous stuff. They want to change that. They don't want to change that transformer that brings electricity to the public. They don't want to build that subway system.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Trains, planes, and automobiles. Who've invented each?
Man.
Men. Sorry.
And again, we're just speaking facts here.
We're speaking facts
Just
into
facts.
existence. Really, we are.
We're not jabbing anybody or it's just facts.
But I hear what you're saying. Thank you, Bruce. That's listen. That's what I want from me. That's what I want from me too. Cass Forever understands. Cass Forever understands that without men, society can't be moved forward. It just can't. And women have to understand this. They can't be singing all this independent stuff. Society's not run through song. It's run through deeds.
Yes.
Serious, dirty deeds. Serious financial deeds. Right. So you might need a woman to speak on your behalf. Oh, I would listen. Have we been inviting women to speak on their behalf?
Of course we have.
Have they come to the fore?
No, they haven't.
They have not.
It's not our fault.
We've opened the floor to the women.
It's not our fault.
Come and refute our talking points.
Yeah. I mean, you leave comments, and we read the comments.
You leave the comments,
Read the
but are
comments.
you willing to come and defend your position? No,
Right, so
because
we're
you know
open.
it's true.
We're open, but it's facts though. I mean,
Yeah, you know it's true. The skylines of the world are not built by women. Built by men.
facts.
The car you drive is not built by women. Built by men.
The house you live in.
The house you live in is not built by women. It's built by men. The roads you drive down are not built by women. They're built by men. The sewage systems to which you operate are not built by women. They're built by men.
And that's what drives society.
The toilet system. The toilets. Do you ever see a woman installing a toilet?
Few and far between. Few and far between. So I'm not saying they can't,
I say they can't. They can't.
but few and far between.
But again, we allow women to speak on these subjects, Bruce. But can they? Really? So when you hear Beyonce say, "Let me upgrade you," that's sort of a fallacy.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. Because even getting back to Beyonce, do you think her career would be as successful without Jay-Z?
No.
Say it again. I'm going to ask the question again. Just for the cheap seats. And you can chat with us on Talk Live or come on to this, come out here and talk to us on Talk Live. We'll leave it to you. We'll give you 5 minutes. Do you think Beyonce's career would have been successful if she had without Jay-Z? Waiting. Absolutely. Well, Chanel says absolute. Chanel, come on. Come on. Even I have to say, here's a case in point. There was another power couple back in the day. Remember Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, I remember those two. And that was truly a power couple.
And that was a power couple. That was about as white a power couple as you can get.
Yeah, that's true. They were both at the top of their game.
Top of their game. Now, who still has a career to this day?
Brad Pitt. Where's Angelina? Right?
Have you seen Angelina do a movie the last couple of years?
She's done. But Brad's still making movies.
Still making hits.
Yeah. I think that was a big mistake, though.
Oh, it's a big mistake by her. Absolutely. I mean, she tried to take him for what he wanted, but he was laughing. He was saying, you know what? Take this 20, take this 30. I can make it on the next flick. Another case in point. Khalees and Nas.
Oh, boy, that was a mess.
Khalees still has Nas in court trying to get more support from him.
Yeah, that's a mess.
These are just celebrity issues. But again, let's go into the corporate world. Man who runs Amazon. Do you think his wife had any participation in building that into one of the biggest companies in the world? Hell no. She may have given the idea, but she didn't drive the company. He did. And that's when she said, "Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to divorce you." He said, "Cool. Here's your $500 million. I'll take the $1 billion company. Thanks very much. Cheers for asking." And she did it with a smile, guys. That was her choice. Yeah, it was her choice, but do you think she regretted her choice? Who did she marry at the end of the day? I think it was a school teacher?
Yeah, something like that.
A school teacher? Who pales in comparison to him? We go back to the Kanye and Kim perspective. She was dealing with a comedian. Well, Kanye was a magnet of industry. Did you think that was going to last long?
That was a big mistake.
That was a huge
And
mistake.
she did just slap him in his face. That's what she did.
That was a huge mistake. You know how much genuflecting, how much begging she's going to have to do in order to get Kanye back? Because she can't do no better.
Can't do
No better.
No better. No better.
Chanel says, would men continue to listen to Beyonce without Jay-Z?
You know what? I don't listen to Beyonce.
We don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, she loves. I mean, I can listen to her song. Single lady, all well. I mean, get her in some tights and a pretty dress.
I'm not
and
a big
such.
Beyonce fan.
I mean, she's visually attractive, stunning. That's why I look. I don't listen for the music.
Yeah,
really.
I'm not a big Beyonce fan.
But if I'm listening, Jay now?
Yeah, I'll take in Jay anytime.
What? Even the ladies say that. Even the ladies would say, I'll tolerate Beyonce, but I'm listening to Jay all day long. Don't let Jay go on tour. Please don't oh Lord Jesus. Do not let Jay go on tour. Sold out every single night.
Sold out. Right? Not to say Beyonce won't sell out either, but
No, I'm not saying that she will, but
me personally, I'm not a big Beyonce fan. So overall,
men upgrade women.
yes, money great women.
And you can take that to the bank. You can take it to any platform. We've discussed it thoroughly. We've discussed it socially. We've discussed it sexually. We've discussed it financially. We've discussed it familially. We've discussed it in the job market. We've discussed it societally. We've discussed it visually. We've discussed it independently. And they come out neck and neck. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, can a woman do without a man societally? Like live on her own? No.
No.
Can a man do without a woman?
Yes.
Yes, they can. And that's what it comes down to. From the days where we used to start fires without shelter.
Mm-hmm. Ladies, you have to understand something. A man can do everything a woman can do except give birth. And even that's changing. Even that's changing.
Well, I don't want
That's
that
in the
job.
way.
Do you want that
I
job?
don't want that job.
I don't want that
saying,
job. I don't want the.
you
I
know
don't want the
what I mean?
baby. I don't want the
With
baby
this whole-
making
with
job.
this whole
That's
trans-
you.
with this
That's
whole-
on you.
with this whole
Fantastic.
with this whole-
Procreation is
yeah.
your job.
That's your purpose. That's your job. With this whole gender thing going on, I mean, they're trying to attempting it, but ultimately, when you think about it, a man can do everything a woman can do.
Everything.
Except give birth.
Everything.
Except give birth.
And if a man can say it again,
Cook, clean, wash, repair, build, fix,
and look good doing it,
and look good doing it on top of that, oh my God,
are
that man.
in trouble. Because if he doesn't need you, you better have the hella bad sex game. And I mean hella bad. And I mean bordering on pornography bad.
Just to hold that guy.
To hold that guy.
Facts.
And remember, you have competition.
Yo, you didn't even touch on that. But let's not go there.
We're not even going to go there.
We're not even going to go there.
We're not going to go there because the competition fierce. Oh my God! Oh my God! If a man can fix your faucet and fix you and clean your pipes, Ross. Let's not even go there. If he can, if he can take care of the plumbing and your plumbing, we're done here.
Done.
We're done here.
Ladies, check yourself.
Check yourself and realize without us, there really is no you. So we're going to leave it at that. Thank you for joining us on Talk Live tonight. It was a lively conversation. I rather enjoyed that. We went to many, many facets. But believe me, let me say this, ladies, in parting. We don't look as good without you.
That's true. We need you on your arm. We need you on our arm.
We don't look as good without you. That is one thing that's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Our society, our families can't thrive without you. Let's give it to you. Because that was a neck and neck race. It is a neck and neck race. It goes without saying. But remember, we are indispensable in this day. Men are indispensable. You can't take us away. You take us away, it's a problem for you, ladies. It is a problem. It is an absolute problem. And the sooner you get to know that, the better. But again, ladies, we need you. We still need you.
No, we're not saying that.
We still need you.
I need you.
I need you. I need you.
You need you.
I need you.
G needs you.
I need you.
We need you there.
We need you there.
We need you there.
Listen.
But recognize the fact that this man can do everything that you can do. Except give birth.
Except give birth.
Check yourself.
And think about it this way. Just getting back to the moment of the day. Queen Elizabeth was married to her husband for a good 70, 75 years. The minute he left, C-Shun checked out. We'll leave it there. Thank you for joining us on Talk Live.
You.
R.I.P. Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
We will be discussing the monarchy next week. And if society still needs the monarchy, in particular the British monarchy. Well, we'll go into that next week when we crown a new king.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Prince Charles is now King Charles III.
Charles in charge.
Charles is finally in charge. I don't know how long for, because that looks finite to me. I think within our lifetime he'll be there, been and gone. But again,
TDT Extra.
TDT Extra.
Sunday coming up. Sunday
Indeed.
Rock and myself on Tuesdays.
And Tuesdays we are back, yes indeed, at 8 p.m. And again, we'll be back with the YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Real Bruce asked for wait. Wait for what, Bruce? Hurry up. We gotta get going here. We're gonna give you 1 minute. You gotta come with something. You gotta come with something, Bruce. 1 minute. We'll give you it's 9:48 right now. If you're not here by 9:49, hey, we gotta move on. We gotta move on because again, my man's gotta build the world.
Yes, indeed.
And I gotta run it.
There you go.
I gotta help run it. I ain't gonna say I'm running it. I gotta help run it. So again,
we're good.
We're good, and I thank you so much for joining us. It was a really lively conversation.
Right.
We went deep into who upgrades who, and at the end of the day, it's men who upgrade women.
Yes,
Oh, let me see here. Do you think he will let his brother back in? All right. Do you think he'll let his brother back in on the monarchy?
We'll talk about that
next week. Come back to us, Bruce, next week.
Next week, Bruce, we're here.
All right.
We'll
And
talk
be
about
back.
the monarchy.
Thank you very much
And
for
all
joining
its-
us on Talk to Talk
and all its
Live
corruption.
Sunday.
And all its corruption.
Well, now the Queen has passed. Yes, indeed. Well, the next
Should we-
week we're going to discuss the monarchy.
Yeah, that's why he's wearing the black.
That's why we're in the black
and I'm
tie.
wearing the black.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very much
you.
for joining us. And if you talk the talk, walk the walk. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
And gentlemen, as we say sayonara, ohara. And
See ya.
see you, ladies. See you, gents.